Hello, this is Michael Tracy, and this video is about the fall of Jeppe Stolz. On May 20th, 2000, Stolz was attempting the standard northeast ridge route without oxygen when a storm hit. His partner turned back at about 8,400 meters while Stolz pushed on. He reportedly fell from somewhere between 8,450 meters and 8,500 meters and fell approximately 250 meters down the mountain. Here is the report from Russell Bryce, which appears in the Himalayan database. Stolz was seen by other teams falling from about 8,450 to 8,500 meters for at least 250 meters. 7 to 8 Spaniards were there at the same time, and one of them, Zervain, from the Spanish expedition, went down to deeply unconscious man who was totally smashed up with very major head injuries. While taking backpack off him, man involuntarily tried to stand up and fell over and disappeared off the route somewhere. Based on Bryce's account, the fall was from somewhere below the first step, but above the ice axe location. Bryce's account has him fall at least 250 meters, which places him well into the Mallory Basin. The expedition report also notes that the location was below Camp 3, and Bryce notes that Alberto climbed down to Jeppe, which would be traversing over from Camp 3 and descending a little. Thus, the body was clearly in the Mallory Basin, but well to the west of Mallory's body. Some reference altitudes. The base of the first step is approximately 8,500 meters. The ice axe is at approximately 8,420 meters. The base area in this inverted T snowfield is approximately 8,250 meters. And the bottom of the snow edge of the Mallory Basin is at about 8,150 meters, Mallory being found below that line. Though Wikipedia lists a slightly higher altitude for Mallory's body, that altitude corresponds to the incorrect location that was reported in the book Detectives on Everest, the correct location for Mallory's body being identified on Jake's war map from the 2019 expedition. All of these altitudes depend on which reference altitude you are using in your model. So for instance, Google Earth will provide a different altitude than a different model, but the altitudes generally are within 20 meters of each other. So Jeppe's expedition report notes that, quote, head open by fall, in Spanish reach him trying to self-arrest, face down. This should be sounding familiar to you right about now. Upon reaching the body, a Spanish climber was trying to take Jeppe's backpack off. It is not clear if this was trying to assist him or simply recover items for his family, similar to Bukrev recovering Scott Fisher's camera. It was then reported that Jeppe stood up, or at least partially stood up, which caused him to fall further down the mountain. This would be consistent with a location well to the west of Mallory, along one of those steeper ledges, but it is not clear exactly how much further down the mountain he fell. There are various accounts on the internet about Jeppe's death, but they do not add any meaningful information to the data that is already reported in the Himalayan database. As Jeppe's fall was about the same distance as Mallory's fall from the ice axe location, this account conclusively puts to rest the notion that a person falling from the ridge could not be in a self-arrest position or could not be able to briefly survive the fall, or that the body would have been completely broken up.